Hello my goons and goblins, it's the Majestic Anime Casual and today we back with One Piece. Coming up a giant tree, we get Chopper trying to find the city of gold just to find the same ruins as Shandora Robin saw last episode, until a smoky large shadow slowly approaches him, but it was just DMX and Clifford, the big white dog. Confronting and confirming the death of his pal, Gadatsu, I thought he'd pull a Goku scream, but instead he said, "Bet the world's better without him, right?" And I'm just sitting here like, was they ever friends, or was all Gunfall soldiers was just soldiers and that's it? But tripping over a fallen Sanjin, Chopper panics as he thinks the dog did it, but DMX was like, nah, holy is trained and won't bite unless told to, but me, yeah, I cut that dude for sure. Then out of nowhere started crying and saying why people fight and rot away despite knowing the plot of life. What's the point of being happy and desiring happiness just to pass away in battle? And inside some of that, I can understand him, until the ending where he said, there's one path to salvation, which is everybody needs to pass. And just like Chopper, I'm panicking. But after finding out Chopper just came here for gold, DMX thinks greed's consuming him. Took the sword out and then immediately switched to Zoro. He's still lost with the Fruit Loop bird, and Luffy is still in the snake, thinking it's a solo leveling gate. But he need to get back ASAP, because we get right to Chopper and he's screaming and running rapid through the ruins. And I'm starting to hate him as much as Usopp now, because it's a point in time where to scream all day like Vegeta for help, but eventually you gotta fight stronger people. But aside that, Ohm finds Chopper and does a sword slash that travels like lightning and one-shots Chopper. And from bad to sad, Asia hears another voice disappears once Chopper hits the float. And why they got Nami playing Mummy and told the little girl, stop all that damn crying before I slug you? That is crazy. And finally, after a gum bazooka and a kick, the snake opens up because it probably feels like kidney stones trying to pass through. But it's just Luffy trying to leave a cave. Like, this show is crazy. But with 25 survivors left, we get Wiper in an unlit blunt, striking it towards God's shrine for a nail and saying, I'm going to bring an end to the past 400 years of terrible history. Crazy enough, it sounds like, I don't know, America, but add another zero. But now we getting too far back to One Piece. Ohm sees Wiper and make him detour from the giant jack, no meat. Then my guy Gunfall pop out the cut like Fredo, but he starts explaining how Enel's palace is burnt and destroyed. But I remember Enel saying his time is up and he's leaving. But at a perfect time, a lost Zoro lands right in the middle of this three-way confrontation in front of this giant jack, no Diddy. And now it's looking like a every man's for theyself until Luffy finally leaves that damn snake eventually. Now I'm stuck in the iron ordeal, but it's a free-for-all. And according to Ohm, it's a 0% chance survival rate. And Luffy is literally doing animal abuse by beating up the insides of that snake. But wait, if it's an animal, is that still a pause? I don't know. But now as everybody set up to fight, but to start it off, Wiper having quick draw Hall of Fame and blasted a rocket at Zoro in point blank range, and now Zoro versus Wiper gets stopped when Big Clifford started throwing bows at Zoro. And now Gunfall versus DMX start, with Gunfall saying that the sword Ohm used is his, which confirmed to me that maybe they was his soldiers until Enel came along. Also, Nami is still playing mom to Asia, and she's saying she sensed Wiper, but she's seeing everyone around Wiper like a vision, not so much voices. So I want to get more into that later. Also, I love how Zoro lost all his IQ when he saw Chopper on the ground and immediately went to his rescue, getting hit with what Ohm calls iron clouds, because they're light as clouds but hard as iron, connected to the grounds. And that's why Chopper getting attacked looked powerful, because according to Ohm, that wasn't really fully him. And while the divine soldiers are trying to stop the Shandians from reaching what is already destroyed God's shrine, Enel just sitting in a big tree chilling, listening to some Cartier Ken, watching the destruction of Skypiea happening, saying that there'll only be 5 survivors left. But stay majestic, y'all boys. Majestic Anime Casual out.